During that intro, I've had the idea that's going to make you a multimillionaire.
Oh, dude, finally.
We need the Mike Dawes Wake Me Up app on the phone.
Oh, nice.
And literally what it does is it's kind of, so around about 6:45 or when you're alarm, it starts
6:45. No one on this channel is waking up at 6:45.
It starts off with like that. And then if you don't sort of, and then it gradually sort of builds and builds until eventually it's playing something that you really,
Something loud. It's funny, I was at Radar Festival at the weekend up in Manchester and someone came up to me and said, you're Mike, you're my alarm clock. I was like, what? Okay,
Someone's done it already.
Right. So I was like, what song? Thinking it would be something, But no, he said Smells Like Teen Spirit with Tommy Emmanuel. So there you go.
I would love to be woken up by that. Imagine that, holographically projected Mike Dawes to the end of the bed playing that.
Depending on your budget, we can figure something out. It's nice to see you, man.
It's lovely to see you.
I love coming to Andertons.
It's always good to it's always good when you we end up talking about life, the universe, and what life was like 20 years ago in Guildford.
In the good old days.
In the good old days.
Back when it was Harper's.
But no, today, you've been working with the Tonewood guys for as long as I can really remember.
I would say over 10 years now, maybe, or just about 10 years, yeah. Those people who may recognize me from some other interviews and things might know that I like my little small businesses. I'm a little small business hermit guy, hence this guitar made by a man in a shed in Germany, all that kind of stuff. The ToneWoodAmp crew are a husband and wife and daughter, and now they have a few employees as well in Arizona, and they came to a show I did a long time ago and brought this amazing device called the ToneWoodAmp. We stuck it on my guitar, and then pretty much every album I've ever written ever since has been written with it because it's just ludicrously inspiring. Because why should electric guitar players have all the fun, Lee?
You know what, though? And the best way that we can kind of show how Tonewood transforms your guitar is to turn it off.
Yeah, absolutely.
So which one? Is it just the red ones turn off or all of them?
Yeah, just turn the red one off.
Okay.
Boring.
That is a very nice, jolly expensive, amazing sounding acoustic guitar.
Jolly expensive.
Just picked up with these two microphones.
Yes, there's no outputs here. We're purposely not plugging into anything except for the ToneWoodAmp2, which is on the back of the guitar right there. So everything that's being heard is coming out of the sound hole itself, just into these two mics.
So that's what any guitar will, an acoustic guitar will sound like. Just so. Nothing wrong with that. It's when you stop and it's just like dry as the Sahara Desert. Now, obviously, if you were plugged into a PA or you were doing some recording, you would add some outboard. You might add some delay or some reverb or some compression or whatever you want to do. But you would,
or all of that.
You would give your guitar a lift with those additional effects. And the very clever people at Tonewood invented this device that is held on the back of the guitar. So there's a magnetic brace on the inside. Mm-hmm. So I guess when you very, very first get this, you've got to take the strings off and put
take the strings off, reach in as if you're birthing a cow. So just hold the thing down, and just by putting this on, the magnets hold it in place, and that is what kind of seals the thing,
And that's what Tonewood 1 did, same thing. So the device stuck on the outside was a little bigger and didn't do so much.
A little clunkier with an interface.
But the magnetic brace on the inside is the same, so that's quite cool. If you want to upgrade from Tonewood 1 to 2, you don't need to change the brace inside. When you buy it, you get the brace with it. So that's it, you do that. You do need a guitar, you need an electroacoustic guitar, so you have to have a guitar with a pickup on it. And that is then plugged into your Tonewood 2. Mm-hmm. And then Tonewood 2 forces the back of the guitar to reverberate in a way that introduces all of these effects into the sound of the guitar, which is this like, how does that work? I don't know.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. It's the reason I've loved these guys for so long. First of all, small business, and small businesses tend to care more about the details. So you might have heard that the quality of the reverbs and the quality of the effects in this are just much better than you get on, say, like an amp turning the reverb on, right? When it's all springy and nasty. This is super high quality. And what happens is there's a little kind of pad here that vibrates the back surface of the guitar. And then what happens is the sound of the guitar and its effects come out of the sound hole into the ears of the listener or your friend or spouse or significant other. And you can enjoy the guitar being wet, finally, instead of dry. And Lee made me all dry immediately. As soon as
I have
turned
that
up.
effect on people. Okay, now Tonewood 1 just had some controls on the back of the unit that you could get some basic control over your sort of reverb and delay, and it did have a little bit of simple chorus. Tonewood 2 has more effects, but uber excitingly, a way easier way of controlling them now because there's a Bluetooth app on a phone.
Yes, which is insane. And I kind of consulted with them a little bit on a bit of the UI and UX here. It's insanely simple to use, as you have just used without me having to tell you anything. You've essentially got a pedal board on your phone. So as soon as you turn the Tonewood on and open up the app, it's automatically on. It recalls presets. You can save presets for different guitars. It comes with stock presets, but essentially what you've got is sort of a series or parallel sequence of stomp boxes. The main ones I like to use are reverb and delay, of course, and you can turn any of them off just by swiping down like that. But when you click on the stomp boxes, you get all the parameters, right? So all of that stuff can be tinkered with in real time on a device that you don't need to purchase separately because it's just on your phone, right?
I see, so I'm getting this now. So I've got real-time immediate mix control on the slider.
Yeah, there you go.
I can individually turn effects on and off like this, or I can just mute the whole lot like this.
And you can also solo the effects. I mean, in each stomp box, there's a solo mode, so you can just hear the reverb, right? So right there, what have we got?
Such a good reverb.
It's insane. Yeah, it's insane. But we've got different reverbs. There's 3 different reverbs of different lengths. You can see we got what have we got? Hall, plate, and room. Different lengths, and then we have advanced settings as well. We can go into all kinds of parameters like Strymon adjacent levels of customizability, which is awesome. And then something else that's awesome is that the actual chorus block isn't just chorus, it's actually 4 different effects. You can see
there's a little bit of me that, I don't know, I'm not technical enough, but I can kind of get the idea that if you made a bit of wood vibrate, you might be able to get like a pseudo reverb or delay effect. I can't even begin to imagine how making wood vibrate does a chorus effect, but it does.
Yeah, what it's essentially doing. Yeah, there you go, chorus.
I've just muted everything.
Right, suddenly it's like a Prince record. Right? Oh, now just kill all the effects. Right?
I mean, this is the bit where you go, so Tonewood, I think I'm right in saying Tonewood were the first guys, they kind of invented this. Some of you will know, if you know your guitars, that Yamaha kind of did a version of it as well, and you can buy that, but you have to buy it as part of a guitar that comes with it preloaded. So as much as it's a cool guitar, it's a much bigger investment and forces you to have to play that guitar.
Yeah.
The Tonewood thing is
it's on my baby.
Yeah, you could put this on any electroacoustic. I must, please don't buy one of these, get it home, fit it, and go, whoa, it doesn't work. Because if you haven't got an electroacoustic, it's like it has to have that signal coming from the pickup.
And something else is that they have developed it in a way where it can actually have a little lift kit, so it can adjust its shape for the curvature of different guitars.
Wow, that's cool.
So if you've got a curved back, you can see there's sort of different degrees of curve there. I've still got the original stickers on there. So Ovation users can.
No way.
Well, it's like any guitar with a big curved back, so it fits. Because I think that was one of the main complaints of the first unit, was someone would get it and say, oh, it doesn't fit the construction of my guitar in particular. So they addressed that. They also addressed the battery situation, which was before the Tonewood 1 was using, I think it was 3 AA batteries. And the harder you play, the quicker the batteries die, because it's like a voltage, a power use thing. This is a rechargeable lithium battery via USB-C, little charger there, which is what I use to charge my phone. So I'm on tour, I have my phone charger, I can just charge this up in the hotel. It usually lasts for about 10 hours or something like that. Lasts for a long time, yeah. So I don't really have to practice or compose without it. That's why a lot of my recent songs have had a lot of ambience. I mean, let's see some of the presets here.
Could you do presets on Tonewood 1, or is that I can't remember.
You could save presets, but just the speed and that there were more limitations.
Yeah.
Right. Whereas this, you can have very, very easily. You could very, very quickly recall different guitars, and then within the different guitars, you can and have different presets. So for example, on like I set up a ludicrously long reverb this because we're like the edge now. I get distracted by it sometimes. Sorry, Lee.
It's so. I remember the last time you were in here doing Tonewood. Your brain is going, "Where's the amp? It must be plugged into an amp somewhere."
If you can find the clip of the first time I came here with the first Tonewood, I remember you and Pete were kind of gathered around the guitar and listening to it and just trying to explore somewhere in that corner of the room, like where's the sound coming from, you know? But yeah, well, I was sort of talking about the presets, recalling. I actually have presets set up. Excuse the name of my guitar. It is the real name of the guitar. Okay, yes. You can block it out if you want, but that's just what the guitar is called. But I have a preset for after my pedal board and a preset for just raw. Mm-hmm. So that's what I mean. You can set the gain to be totally different depending on the presets. All that kind of stuff. So if I wanted to use this as part of my signal chain, as a multi-effects unit, I can. Mm-hmm. It doesn't just have to be done like this, coming out the sound hole. Mm-hmm. It can be as part of a guitar rig as well, and you can integrate it into a chain.
Now that leads me on to another feature on here, which is very cool. Depending on the guitar that you've got and the type of pickup arrangement that's in it, there are some electroacoustic guitars that are perhaps slightly more likely to feed back with others than others, particularly if you put sort of excessive reverb on and stuff like that. And this new Tonewood 2 has really addressed that with a very cool feature called Feedback Assassin. We'll demonstrate it because it's much cleverer than just like a manual notch filter. Mm-hmm. It's actually sensing which frequencies your guitar is feeding back on and automatically sort of padding those frequencies down. So you don't really notice any change to the tonality of your acoustic guitar. Just the feedback goes away automatically, which is like exactly what you want. So perhaps we can just see...
So think of it as, you know, we have the hammer and the scalpel available with this, whereas before it was a little bit more fiddly. So let me show you how it works. So right now, I've got the guitar set up quite lively. Got a little bit of feedback. There it is, okay. You can hear that? All right, so right now we've got the guitar feeding back a little bit. It's a little bit lively, and the Feedback Assassin's off, but if I turn it on, magic. You don't even need to think. You don't even need to have a brain, ladies and gentlemen.
And turn it off again? Now it's interesting seeing, so the Feedback Assassin is reacting as opposed to being sort of proactively trying to stop it. So your notch filter, if we scroll down a bit further, it's a little bit more, you have to sort of need a slightly greater understanding of what's causing the Feedback Assassin is like the idiot's way of just going, get rid.
Exactly.
But what I like now that you know where the guitar is most likely to feedback, this is where you would now use the notch filter to go, do you know, if I get rid of that frequency in the first place,
it never has to happen.
Then exactly. So perhaps we
can show that. For example, I'm getting really lively now, but I'm giving it a lot of gain to demonstrate this. The notch filter, not only do you you don't have to use your brain because it actually listens to the guitar and reacts in real time. So right here, I've activated a notch filter channel, and now it's listening to my guitar, finding the frequency. You can see it reacting in real time, and then I can add my cut.
And now, so what you've done is you've preempted the fact that the guitar is likely to be a bit naughty on that frequency. Got rid of that. So it's a great way, I think, of, you know, sort of like if it's an unpredictable environment, you're not really sure what's going on, you don't really understand notch filters and everything, just use the Feedback Assassin. Mm-hmm. Yeah. If you've got a bit more time, the environment's a bit more predictable, you know what you're doing, you find that notch filter on the app and just get rid, which I think is so clever.
Exactly. I would honestly just keep the Feedback Assassin on the slow setting. I generally just do that anyway because it's just safety and it doesn't really affect the sound or the effects that much at all.
There's a couple other settings across the bottom here. Mm-hmm. Is this just like a master EQ on and off switch?
Exactly, yeah. So you can add all those changes that you can make, your notch filters and things like that. You can actually have them on or off, which is nice to A/B. It's also got compression built in with different settings. So if you actually look at the master the master output control, we have lots of compression settings. So, for example, if you want to go a little bit louder, we can do that.
So what is that? That's
it's
driving or limiting how much the back vibrates. So sort of like a compressing. It's just so weird
Well,
to even.
I guess it's taking the signal of the pickup and compressing that.
Right,
and then
which of course
everything
it
else
can
is
do,
yeah,
yes.
exactly.
Okay.
I'm not a scientist. I just like how it sounds.
I keep in my head. I'm sort of forgetting that what's happening is the signal is coming from the preamp, which is then being processed and driving how the back of the guitar vibrates. So yes, I understand the compression comes in before it started to drive.
Yeah, exactly. And that's another thing that can help with feedback busting as well, is just playing with the compression. There's also a tremolo unit in there as well, which we can get some nice kind of Boulevard of Broken Dreams kind of stuff going on, change the rate of that somewhat. So it has all the effects that you want because, and again, once you take it away, you miss it, you know? You really do.
And what's the DI switch for here then?
So the DI is, so you can also, so the DI, you don't actually have to play it the way we're playing it. You can actually run it into a PA system and do concerts with this. So when you plug another cable into the output, you can actually run it into, a PA system, an amp, something like that.
So it's like you could, just like having an inline pedal board, basically.
Exactly.
You just straight
exactly.
through.
So whereas you have all these delightful pedal boards, which I love, I have a delightful pedal board that I tour with. For my acoustic guitar, hotel room, tour bus, at home, in my living room, whatever, this is my pedal board.
Yeah.
And essentially what this does is it just reduces the barrier to creativity. I mean, I guess a lot of people watching might have home studios, or they might just want to be inspired to pick something up and make something. But this just reduces all of those barriers. There's no cabling, no clutter, nothing like that.
And your series parallel thing is you get to elect whether you want the chorus and the delay effects to be either in series or parallel.
So you can have chorused delay or not chorused delay, for example.
It's quite advanced, isn't it?
But the UI is easy. You know what I mean? Like it's they've got so much into a phone screen.
Yeah.
And when you plug in your output cable, if you are going to go to a PA or an amp, it brings up a whole other sub menu where you can control your notch filters and your compression and your EQ and all of this stuff a little bit more easily.
It's a humongous leap forward from one, isn't it?
It really is, yeah. Well, as I said, there's plenty of footage of me out there talking about the Tonewood 1, saying how it is just an inspiration box. This is sort of the same, but because the quality is better and the speed of the interface is better, it becomes not just kind of an inspiration box, but like I said, it's just reducing all the barriers to your creative process. My living room is boring. It's dry, it's dead, it's a square box, it doesn't sound good. But when I have this on, I can actually write, and it makes me, I'm encouraged to play, you know?
That's the nub of it, isn't it?
That's the nub of it.
$2.99. I think that's dollars or pounds. So if you're watching this in America, that's what you paid. They are shipping, released in August 2025. So I'm not sure exactly when this video. In fact, I think we're going to get this video up fairly soon because you wanted to plug something. In August, didn't you?
I'm going on tour. Yeah. No, I'll be on tour very soon. I don't know when this video is going to go out, but soon. Seattle, July the 24th is the first show. Yeah, in Seattle, and then I'm going all the way down the West Coast, which I'm very excited about. I'll be bringing the guitar, the full rig,
the whole Pacific Highway thing.
The Pacific Highway, all of that.
Your convertible booked.
Well, dude,
acoustic guitar in the back.
That's it. And I'm going to end at John Petrucci's guitar camp in Vegas.
Nice.
So I'm going to be the Sunday.
Blow all the money you've earned on tour on some roulette,
barbecue
in Vegas.
Yeah. That's going to be wild. I'm going to be the Sunday afternoon palate cleanser after Jason Richardson and Tosin Abassi and all the shredders.
Where people need to lie down, they just come and listen to you with your Tonewood.
Well, honestly, for real. On the tour, although I'll be running my pedal board for the show, I always do at least one song in the show where I stick the ToneWoodAmp on and just walk around the room and start playing to people. So any questions about the Tonewood, come see me on tour. I'll be hanging out after every show doing the guitar hangs and the beers and all of that. So Seattle through to Phoenix.
We'll put links below where you can go find out about Mike's website and his tours and things like that.
Legend. Also, I've got an Andertons discount on my guitar course.
Have you?
Yeah, if you type Andertons into the website. It's the 10-year anniversary of this guitar course.
Wow.
And Anderton's discount. Surprise! You didn't know about that.
I didn't know about that. I'm always pleased to help. Look, let's play out. Let's maybe do 2 or 3 of the presets or something like that, some different styles. Nice. You can have a listen. I must admit, this has got to be the best £299 that you can spend on any electroacoustic guitar.
Exactly. It cost me about £299 to stay at the Mandalay Hotel for a couple of nights down the street, and I'd much rather spend it on this.
It's truly amazing. I
he
like
was cutting
it
the
very
lawn at
much.
9 a.m. Why?
What? What?
Right outside my window. Mental.
Hey. Right, okay, thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed this. And yeah, go check out Mike's stuff as well. He's one of the greatest guitar players this country has ever produced. Wow, is this music on a USB stick or something?
It's the guitar course for you.
Wow, how cool is that? What do I do with this?
Yep, that's it.
I'm really good now. Anyway, doesn't work like that, I'm afraid. Thank you, see you next time.